which help to have a longer service life are not counted as green jobs, but all jobs in the sector of waste and wastewater treatment are counted as green jobs. So for this reason, more waste would result in more green jobs. Then we have to look at the net employment effect of energy efficiency and the example on thermal insulation. There we can see that energy efficiency really helps us to create good and new jobs, and I would say thermal insulation is the best green job sector, because there it's really possible to create a lot of new and good jobs and help to save the environment. So now I want to ask a provocative question. So are green jobs really good for the environment? Most people would say, of course, green jobs are good for the environment, but this is not always the case. The reason is, I have told you, more waste would mean more green jobs. And if we look at another example, more cars would also mean more green jobs, and less and more public transport would mean less green jobs. So every one of you who was coming today by public transport has reduced the number of green jobs, and every one of you who come by the car has increased the number of green jobs, which is of course counterintuitive. And the reason for this is that the car industry is partly counted as a green job sector, because they say, okay, well, for example, 2% of the salaries are due to some things inside the car which help to save the environment, and public transport is, as I have told you, not included in the green jobs definition, and for this reason we have some counterintuitive results, and sometimes more green jobs could also mean less saving of the environment. And for this reason, green jobs are not a good indicator for the protection of the environment. And next, I want to ask the next provocative question: are green jobs really good jobs? So if we want to speak about green jobs, most people say, okay, these are the sustainable jobs, these are the jobs of the future. But if we really want to have green jobs as a jobs of